Well, iRacing started a partnership with Volkswagen in 2009. And basically, they had like a 10-week season with the virtual series, and there was a really big prize on the line. It was basically like the first thing that had ever been done in sim racing. It was 10 races, 10 consecutive weeks. We would race every Sunday. The series went really well for me.
It's a series designed to take young amateur racers between the ages of 16 and 26 years old who go through a qualifying and selection process that we run each year. And we take them and put them through a series of exercises, cull them down to a select group of 25, and then we put them in our Jetta TDI Cup cars and we send them to 10 races a year in the United States and Canada. And they basically run the cars to win a championship and then move on with their careers in motorsports.
The first day, it was a lot more classroom sessions, but they were all really, really informative. It was about, I think each one was like an hour and a half. The first session we did a sponsorship seminar, a media training class.
You know, I have so much in common with all of these young drivers, and then I used to be, 19 years old, 20 years old, wanting to be a professional driver. Unfortunately, I didn't have any funding. I had no money to even get started in racing, and I had to go out and figure out how to put deals together, using racing as kind of the platform to come up with a sponsorship to have a career in racing. But as I grew successful, I developed my own sort of methodology. So I was here today sharing with the younger drivers out there, so hopefully they can take that back into their own environment and bring sponsors in to support their racing.
Just did 2 laps and they weren't timed at all. They were just to kind of get a feel for the car. So I wasn't pushing it, because the last thing I want to do is hit any cones basically, because obviously that's leaves a much worse impression than going slow, I would think.
The second day, we did even more like on-track stuff. It was less in the classroom, more on track, so they could really critique us and see how we react to different situations in the cars and karts and stuff.
Right now, we're evaluating their talent and not really their speed, but their ability to adapt to, of course, being on a parking lot ground with no rubber, with brand new tires. And every time they go out, if they get faster, if they change a line, if they brake a little deeper, and if they're just paying attention to the different track changes, where it's dirty, where it's still a little damp, where it's dry. So it's just a little mental game that you have to get along with the racing.
We're going to be doing the final selections, and they're going to be narrowing down to the final 30 basically. And these are going to be the people that are going to be getting to actually drive the Jetta tomorrow. So, it's really tense. There's going to be I think the judges are in the room right now waiting. So yeah, it was definitely a really long half-hour wait for sure. I was trying to hold the nerves back, but it's, it gets to you regardless.
Wyatt Gooden.
Thankfully, they called me kind of soon, so I didn't have to sit out and wait and be the final 20 or something, Because every time someone would come up, they would clap, and it would be okay, well, I want to be able to go up there myself. It's the last day of the driver selection event, and we're finally getting to drive the Volkswagen Jettas, what we've all been waiting for. And it's basically the final 30 drivers that they have before they do another last cut of 5 more drivers. Well, they finally made the official cuts, so we now know who is actually going to be running the series for the whole season, and they cut 6 of the drivers, and now I'm officially in, so pretty happy about that.